Greetings and welcome to this week's episode of Vampire the Masquerade Beyond Armageddon. Before we begin, I'd like to make a few announcements. First, please consider checking out the new upcoming V5 book, Sabbat the Schism. Not only does it delve into the history and lore of the sect, it opens up multiple role-playing options for fans of the game, including new playable clans, elder level powers, and much more. You can find a preview of Sabbat the Schism in the link below. Second, I'd like to thank RS Experiments, aka Mark, our local musical talent, for graciously providing the custom music you've been enjoying so far, including our awesome main theme song called Haven Dweller. If you enjoy any of the music used during the stream and you'd like to hear more, you can find a full library of Mark's work by clicking the link below to RS Experiments' SoundCloud page. Lastly, if you enjoy tonight's session and you'd like to see more, be sure to follow both our channels. You can catch us live most Sundays at 7 p.m. CET by tuning in to twitch.tv/RSA Games, or check out all our recorded sessions at RSA Games on YouTube. Links below. Remember to like, subscribe, and be sure to leave us feedback and suggestions in the comments below. We hope you enjoy the session, and without further ado, let us delve into the world of darkness in tonight's episode of Vampire the Masquerade Beyond Armageddon. We begin tonight's session joining Larry as he waits at an address he was given by Oswald. A rooftop of an abandoned building somewhere in the borders of downtown. As he waits, he looks around. The city seems calm, quiet. Whatever people might be walking around certainly don't expect any supernatural events to take place tonight. And yet right above them is a gigantic stone creature that would very much shock every bit of their perception of reality. As he watches the city, he hears footsteps behind him, and turning, he sees his child, watching him wearily with a twinge of fear in his eyes. Oswald speaks up. I managed to get some information.
That's good. Tell me.
I I managed to dig up an address. Uh, I don't advise you go there, but if you choose to, it's an address where some of Strauss's people are known to operate. It's recently been hit, so that's how the location got revealed. It's not 100% sure that it's gonna be holding any clues that might help you, but
Where is it?
I'll text it to you. But there's another thing I'd like to ask if possible. And as he asks this, he basically looks down, sort of averting his eyes from you.
Yes.
I've been sticking my neck out quite a bit. I'm starting to be suspected by other clanmates, and it's getting harder to stay hidden. Would it be possible to tone down the um, investigations I'm doing for a while?
You have to tell me. Besides you, who were the closest people I had at my side?
I there were a few, obviously Gary, and there was Is it okay if I tell you another time? This information could quite literally get me killed.
Larry sighs heavily.
Okay. Then tone it down. Don't let your neck attract everybody's attention. Relax. You have been very useful to me, and I am grateful to have a child like you, Oswald.
He sort of almost pushes his lips into his mouth as if he's trying to hold back something, and he just nods while looking to the ground. And as he takes a step backward, he asks, "Do you need anything else?"
As for now, no. You can go. Thank you.
He nods nervously and, taking a few steps back, he turns. And as he turns, it's almost like there's a sort of, like a sort of cloak going around him. Only instead of it being a cloak, it's you forgetting where his position is. It's almost like he vanishes right before you. And you seem to be alone in the rooftop. Your phone buzzes, and as you reach into the sort of raggy, sort of stretched out clothes that you've been able to get, you reach into the pocket, retrieve your phone, and as you check it, you see that you have a text from Oswald's number, and it seems to be an address.
Where is it? What part of the city?
Looking, uh, looking it up in Google Maps, you managed to find the address in downtown LA. Seems to be essentially a um, small apartment, not apartment building, a small building about 7 floors high, and it seems to be constructed for a business. The business up top seems to be a tech company,
Mm.
and any pictures you can find on Google Maps show you that the floors above, every floor has like a sort of balcony to the front, and the top floor, like the roof area, you can see on Google Maps that it has sort of an access point on the roof. Um,
Mhm.
the building is sort of squished between two larger buildings, and it has an alleyway behind it.
Okay, I see. Then I will head there.
Mm-hmm. You soar through the skies using the darkness of the sky above as cover, so you are not spotted by people below. And eventually, you recognize the top of the building from Google Maps. You descend on it and land as carefully as possible.
Mm. Um, I will use my senses to feel through the building. How many people are there?
You press your hand to the rooftop um, against the concrete. And as you close your eyes to sense through the stone, you get the impression that near the top of the building there are a couple of presences, definitely Cainites, some sort. And down, maybe ground floor, maybe basement, there is another presence, single one.
Mm. How many stories are there on this one
About
particular?
7 stories.
Seven. Yeah. And the windows, are they blocked or?
Uh, they are glass, but if you try to peek at one of them, you have to do so very carefully because the streets are,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's the middle of the night, the streets are still quite um, quite active.
Yeah, lively.
There's
Mm-hmm.
people still walking around, cars driving by. This is LA after all. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but as you look through the window, uh, because of the angle of the balcony, nothing is visible to people below, though the window itself is also like it has sort of shutters that are having like one of those types of shutters that does this, and the
Mm-hmm.
shutters are all closed.
Okay. Um. Hmm. So the people that I sense, they are like on the top floor, just beneath me, from what I
Seems like it,
understand.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, and if I look at the alleyway, um, are there any people walking around
There
that
seems to
could spot
be
me?
one barrel with sort of a bonfire inside it,
Uh-huh.
and there's a group, three homeless people just warming themselves by the fire, and another one sitting a bit further away.
Is there any cover from this group if I descend down to the first floor and try to fuse through the wall?
None whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh. And the neighboring buildings? You told that there are two taller ones. Are they like wall to wall?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will climb up into the neighboring building. Access it through the rooftop, not to get into anybody's apartment or office accidentally. I will activate my skin of the chameleon. That adds essentially 5 dice to any stealth dice pool. -1 plot point. And I will. Is there like an exit on the roof that I could access to get into the apartment building, the neighboring one?
So the neighboring building is indeed an apartment building, and there is a roof access point, but it's through the. Basically, it connects to a fire escape. So on the side of the building, there's like railings like this.
Oh.
And you can basically go down one of them and reach through the windows into one of the corridors.
So. Wait, my power that when I scan the buildings, does it give me like a plan in my head or just give the
Just gives you the sensation of if anyone is in there and their
people
general location.
anyone given structure? Yeah. Shit.
It doesn't allow you to see through walls or anything.
Nah, I can't
Think of it as more of a
use...
sonar that you
Yeah.
basically tap into the wall and you get sort of a ping that tells you where things are.
Okay, if I will... Is there any chance that in my previous sewer walkabouts I have been in this somewhere in this area?
Roll me a 1d10.
1d10. 3.
Okay. So 3 gives you, let's say, yeah, you would have at some point you would have crossed the area. Even if only briefly. Yeah.
Then I want to find a concealed alley nearby and descend into the sewers.
Okay. You fly over and you follow the sewer entrances. Most of them, as it's pretty obvious, most of them are in the middle of the road. They just follow the roads around the city. However, you do find one connection point that brings you to one of the sides of another sewer tunnel. And the connection point itself has one small sewer entrance. You'd have to squeeze in, but it's doable.
That's great. Then I will descend down into the sewers and try to locate the point where it passes by or connects to the building of interest.
So as you go down, I need you to roll me a very quick wit survival, because you'll have to basically remember it from scratch.
Yeah. Wit survival.
Okay. So you managed
These are my
to
rolls.
you manage to make your way through the sewer tunnels, and eventually you reach the area you know is closest to the building. That said, that area seems to be basically, if you were to go straight up out of the sewer tunnel, you'd be out in the middle of the road. So
Mm-hmm.
the building would be in that direction through the wall.
Mm-hmm. Then I will take my time and fuse through the fucking stone.
Okay. Are you leaving your clothes, phone, all that behind, and you're coming back for it later?
Mm, yeah, I think so.
Okay. You pack your things, sort of nudge them. Basically, you scan the wall. You find sort of this little crack in the wall. Fold
Mm-hmm.
your things into sort of a sheet like this, and you nudge them in.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look to the wall, sort of loosen your joints a bit, and then start pressing your hands through the wall, and then you sort of pull yourself in. After moving through the stone, slowly, methodically, you feel that there's a way out. It feels like it comes out in the basement of the building.
Can I, at this point, once again use my power to scan the building? Am I
Mm,
close enough?
you
Does
would
it will
be.
work like that?
You would be. I'm not sure if there are limitations on when you can do it because currently you are fusing through a wall. Um,
Well, my Visceratica is like max, and I can stay in the wall, so it's not
let's say, yeah, I'll allow it.
okay. Uh, then I will do that once more
Mm-hmm.
and
Um,
see where the person is that was downstairs. Is he in the basement?
so feeling, um, it feels like now there are three people at the top of the building and then one
Mm-hmm.
at the ground floor.
Mm-hmm.
And the person in the ground floor seems to be moving through the building, but there's no one currently in the basement.
Mm-hmm. Then I will start slowly climbing out
Okay.
in the basement.
So you fuse through. Essentially, your fingers peer through. You grab onto the basement floor and you sort of pull yourself out. Your wings sort of stretch out as you rise from the floor, and you are inside the building.
What do I see?
The basement seems to be more of a storage area for the businesses in the building. There are a few boxes, some office material that seems to be stored to the side, like old chairs, some computer parts. But you notice that everything here is either open or moved to a essentially a position that would allow someone to examine it. Um, you deduce by the looks of everything that this room was recently searched through.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything curious around here in these boxes?
Well, you look through them. There are a few documents, seem to be old documents, that were pulled
Mm-hmm.
out, thrown about. Some of the boxes still have the documents inside. Um, the all the computers that are stored here, some of them are still turned on, but the screens show that it's basically fresh. It's a fresh computer. It's like fully wiped.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's nothing really that gives you any information.
Okay. Then I will start climbing up the stairs.
Okay.
I will do this so stealthily.
Okay. I need you to roll me just a quick wits alertness, please.
Okay. Does ambushes apply?
Not in this case, no.
Okay.
Okay, still really good. You approach the stairway out of the basement, and as you start approaching it, you hear footsteps coming down the stairs.
I will. So the stairs, are they in the wall? Are they coming like to some point in the middle of the basement? Where do they end?
So basically, the basement has a door at the end, and
Mhm.
going through the door, you go up the stairs into the main
Ah.
ground floor.
Um. I want to get behind some shelf or some box to have time to fuse in with the stone so that the person wouldn't notice me until I want them to.
Okay. Roll me a quick Dex and Stealth, please.
Dex and stealth.
Okay, so that's three
4.
successes.
No, 4.
4. Oh yeah, 4. There's a 7 up there.
Mhm.
So you very quickly turn, look around, and dash to one of the walls, and sort of pressing your wings against it, you let yourself fuse back into it.
Mhm.
And as you do you leave your face out to try and see who's inside, or do you fully fuse into the wall and uh, essentially be blind to what's in there?
Mm, will I be able to hear?
No, if you basically whatever organs you want to use to perceive things have to be
Okay.
outside of the wall. You can leave
Well,
like one eye like
if
this.
I'm in a discreet enough position, just one little lie, as less as I can.
Okay. Well, you got enough successes in stealth to sort of like have that eye mostly obscured.
Mhm.
Um, and as you hide, the door swings open, and sort of an odd rhythm of steps can be heard echoing through the room. And eventually, you see the person, or rather creature, that's causing it. Um, Out from the box you were looking at, carrying what looks like a basically a computer without any screen, without any mouse or keyboard, just a computer like the desktop box.
Mhm.
Essentially, walking on all threes is this sort of half gorilla looking gargoyle with a broken wing, just sort of making its way through the basement and tossing the desktop with the others. It then stops for a moment and seems to look around.
It can sense me too if it uses its powers. Oh no. Mm. I will keep looking.
Mm-hmm. As it looks around, its head sort of turns in a way that you can sort of see its face. It's mostly humanoid, though the jaw seems to have been broken off. And you
Mm.
see that parts of the jaw that should be showing seem to be almost singed off, like there's burn marks on the stone. And it seems to look around and then starts backing away towards the wall without turning its back. Again, walking this time on all fours since it it's got both his arms free.
Mm-hmm. So it's extremely alert.
Mm-hmm.
I will fuse into the stone. Oh no, it's gonna fucking use it. Okay, I will fuse into the stone fully. Like maybe even a little back up, not to be touching the structure necessarily,
Mm-hmm.
and start sort of climbing upwards to appear on the first floor to climb out there.
Okay. You fuse into the wall and start moving up. Make a quick perception and alertness roll, please.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
That
it's
is
4, 5, 6, 4 total.
Yep. So as you start moving up, you can sort of feel vibrations on the wall due to the weight of this gargoyle, and it seems to start immediately running up the stairs. You feel its footsteps somewhere on the first floor, and then it starts climbing to the second, and it seems to be running up the stairs.
Can I catch it? Can I catch up with it?
Well, you can move very slowly within the wall, but you are at the first floor when it reaches the first floor. You can try and come out of the wall and catch it there.
Yes, I want to.
Okay. You start fusing out of the wall, and as you do, you sort of see it run past the point where you're coming out. It doesn't seem to have noticed you yet, but it seems to be running towards the stairs to the second floor.
I will. When I fully get out, free myself from the wall. Where is it? Is it on the second already?
No, it's almost to the stairs.
Yeah, I will jump on it from the back, grab it with one hand by the wing, with second hand just push down its skull like into the ground and try to. Mm, yeah, my favorite move, rip the wing off, because why not?
Okay. You hop on its back and pushing its face towards the ground, you grab the wing and make me a feat of strength roll. So roll willpower and
Ow.
add roll willpower, your current
Mm-hmm.
willpower, and
Yes.
add your strength and your potence to it.
Oh.
So
Minus
that
one.
is no
Plus
successes,
plus 7.
-1. So 7 -1, so 6.
6.
Yeah, that is easily enough to rip the wing off. You, with one yank, you just you hear the stone sort of tear at first, like crack, and then you feel sort of this fleshy inside start to rip, and the wing comes off and starts turning to ash in your hand. The creature tries to scream, but you notice that no sound is really coming out. And as it tries to struggle, you see that the throat seems to have singe marks as well.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Now it's turn. Or can I continue?
You can continue.
Uh, does it look like it wants to fight me?
It's certainly struggling to get out. It just got its wing fucking ripped off.
Okay. Then I will try to grapple it by the hands.
Okay, so you let go of its head.
Yeah, just in a quick motion, let go and slide my arms under its armpits and once again grab it by the back of its skull, just holding it very fucking strongly.
Okay. Make me a quick dex and brawl, please, and I will make one roll for it.
Does lightning reflexes count?
You're not reacting to something, no. So no.
Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
4
so you win.
successes.
You win by 1 success, and just know that if you
Amazing.
guys had tied, he's the defender, so he would get the win on that one. But you got 4, one
Amazing.
more than him. So, um, as you start wrapping your arms around his and try to restrain him, you almost get hit in the face by the elbow as it like flails around trying to
Mm-hmm.
free itself. And you manage to restrain both its arms, and it seems to be like stuck to the ground while you're basically holding it like this.
Mm. With my humanity, if I perform a, what is it called when you drink another vampire?
Diablerie.
Dabblery. Uh, would I need to roll?
So the way I rule it, every Diablerie, not only do you roll for addiction, but you automatically lose 1 humanity. If you're on humanity or a path that does not allow it, you lose 1 score. And you roll to see if you lose a second.
Ooh.
So you will
I
roll,
don't like
but
those
you'll
odds.
automatically lose 1, and if you fail the roll, you lose 2 instead. Mind you that the option to lose things, so you definitely lose 1 path rating.
Mm-hmm.
You might lose another path rating, but in the roll, you can choose if you either lose 1 path rating or a point in your virtues. So you can lose a point in consciousness. You can not consciousness, conscience. You can choose to lose a point in self control or courage or
Mm-hmm.
path rating. You can choose whichever one of those, but 1 in your path rating will be gone for the Diablerie.
Okay. And if I just start to go off at his neck without the intention to drink him up, will I be tempted to because of the taste of his blood?
So according to my notes, you are not addicted
Mm-hmm.
to Diablerie yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yet. So there's a chance. But that said, while you're not addicted to Diablerie, there is a chance that you might want to drink more. And that
Mm-hmm.
depends entirely on your hunger. Now, looking at your hunger track, you seem to be 2 points of blood off.
Mm-hmm.
The roll of self control to see if you start drinking or not is very easy to pass, but it's not like the chances are not 0. They're low,
Okay.
but not 0. But you
Okay,
can
I
start
will
like tearing
just
at him.
yeah, I will just start tearing at him, tearing the bits of his flesh off of his neck to essentially decapitate him in the process.
Okay, your intention is to kill him, not to torpor him, right?
Yeah,
So
kill him.
make it a permanent death instead of just knocking him out.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, you will have to roll for humanity. Is that okay?
Oh.
Yeah, because you're
No,
killing someone
I'm a
who's
humanity bitch. I'm a
okay.
humanity bitch. I forgot it. Okay, yeah.
Well, you can
I
take
I I
basically a few bites and try to deal some damage. You're
yeah.
risking killing him, which is less like the difficulty is less. Um, you're risking killing him with a few bites, and then you can just punch him out once you deal some damage, or you can just start beating down
Yeah.
on him until he stops moving.
Well, I'm currently holding him. I don't have anything to
Well, yeah, you'd have to let
beat
go and
him with.
start beating him with your bare hands.
Uh, yeah. Okay. I will just start mauling at him.
Okay. So first make a conscience roll because you are intentionally putting this guy at risk of death. Difficulty for this one is... Oh, well,
Doesn't
you
matter.
pass it. You pass it. That's fine. Your humanity is not absurdly high, so yeah, you pass it. You pass it just fine. So now roll strength and brawl.
Do any of my specialties apply? I feel like both of them do.
Let me check. Well, this is for a fight, so the when in brawl does.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Okay. Now roll 2 plus 4. You got 5 successes, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
2 plus 4. So roll
6
6
dice?
dice. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 1, 2, 3 damage. Yeah. So you bite into its neck. At first, you feel like this. He's sort of hard to bite into, given the stone flesh, but you still manage to like sink your fangs in, and as soon as you do, it starts struggling even more as you start pulling, and you feel sort of this string of flesh be stuck to him, and eventually it rips off and you spit it out to the side. And I need you to roll self-control, please. Yeah, you're fine. You smell the blood, and it's somewhat enticing. You want to bite into it, but you got full control of your actions. So it seems to be like that did a chunk of damage.
So I just have like a little bulge. No. Okay.
What?
Nothing. I will continue, but hold myself back not to. Well, actually, I risk it, so I will just start socking him.
Okay. So roll me a quick.
Can I just be in the same position with him, essentially grapple him, but just slam him into the wall or into the floor
Yeah,
with
yeah.
his
You can
fucking
start like
head?
hitting his fucking head on the ground.
Yes, amazing.
So strength and brawl, please. I don't think I'll account for damage on this one because he's heavily
1, 2,
damaged.
3, 4,
Yep.
5, 6, 7.
Yep. So with one quick motion, you basically just, and as soon as his head hits the ground, you sort of hear this cracking noise, and his arms just go limp on the ground. He doesn't seem to be dead, but he's definitely torpid.
Amazing. I will look around. Send a sense through the building. Are the people like on the top alerted? Do they move?
You sense through the building, and they seem to still be on the top floor.
Then I will start going up, looking around to find anything of interest, any maybe computers, any archives, any folders, anything.
The entire area seems to have been searched, and the computers are all on. You see an area near one of the computers that seems to be in a bit of disarray. And when you see that area, you sort of see a pile of ashes on the ground. Or not a pile, but like smudged ashes all over the ground. Do you go up and continue to investigate, or do you start like making your way out? What do you do?
I go up and continue.
Okay. Then make me a two rolls. So make me a wits investigation roll, and make me a dex and stealth roll. And tell me which one is first.
Wits investigation first.
Okay.
1. Dex and stealth. 6.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you stealthily and quietly make your way up through the floors, looking
Mm-hmm.
through the area. And eventually you do reach the fourth floor. And looking around, you see, at first not entirely obvious, you see this slight smudge of ashes, and curiosity takes the better of you. You turn the corner to look into this cubicle, and you realize that the wall behind this cubicle has been completely torn down. There is a bunch of uh, technical equipment going all the way through the area, and then there's a pile of ashes right at the back. Um, and as you look at this, essentially this area where there seems to have been a fight, you realize that the attack on this building, well, it was attacked definitely. It must have been like a very quiet attack for this uh, signal of like an actual fight on the first floor. For this to be the first sign of fight that you saw in the entire building, it must have been like a very stealthy attack on this building.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Uh, can I discern anything else from the scene? Would
With
I?
one success, no.
Okay.
You can continue to investigate if you wish.
I will continue, of course. Any of the computers, any of the um, technological pieces I can find here, have they all been like memory cleaned, or
Um,
maybe
every time
have
you open
some?
a computer, it seems to like let's say you open one of the computers, you start like scrolling through the various files in there. Seems to have some work software, records of machines that were worked on, but it doesn't seem to have anything relevant that you might want. Most of it is like technical jargon you're not really familiar with. Um, and as you're looking through another computer, you start hearing footsteps heading down the stairs. And you hear one of the people there talking to one of the others, basically saying, "I don't think we've found anything of interest here. We should head back to headquarters, and yeah, we need to find our next target then."
Mm, quick thinking.
Since they're heading down the stairs and you just heard this, I'll give you
Yes.
5 seconds to decide what to do. Five,
Okay,
four.
I will start heading down the stairs, just matching their pace so that they wouldn't see me, keeping one buffer floor between us. Um, and when I'm at the bottom floor, I will take the gargoyle and grab it and take it into the basement.
Okay. Make me a quick stealth and dex roll, please. And
Okay.
I need to check something.
One.
Okay. Stanatosis. Where's Visceratica? Baby,
Uh,
this.
what do you mean? Oh, in the book.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
are you
here it
trying to
is.
find?
Here it is. The detection power that you used. Scry the Hearthstone, right?
Yes. I never actually read through. Spend a point of willpower?
Yeah, so every time you use that, you can remove 1 willpower.
Oh, shit.
You go power happy, you sort of have to pay the cost. Go on, spend your willpower.
I...
And if you're out,
Oh,
just tell
I
me.
didn't know that. Okay, I cut my willpower by 1. Well, it remains in effect as long as I'm in contact with the target structure. So,
Okay, yep.
okay, yeah.
So, as you start heading down the stairs, I need to roll for something.
I got 1 success.
Yep. As you start heading down the stairs, the footsteps stop and the voices stop as well. And then you hear the same voice that was speaking saying, "Whoever you are, come out."
So they're on the floor above.
Mm-hmm.
Are they by the stairs?
They seem to be on the stairway, yeah. Coming down.
On the stairway. I will stop and stay silent for a moment, waiting for their next move.
Okay. Basically, as you wait in silence, eventually the voice speaks again. "We said, come out. We know where you are. Just come up the stairs and show yourself."
Nah, I'll be waiting.
Okay. You hear footsteps coming down the stairs, and
I'm by the windows, essentially closer to them to be able to jump out in any second.
well, there is no in the stairway
There's
where
no
you're at.
windows.
There are no windows.
I will get to the floor.
Yeah, the floor below you.
To the main.
Yeah.
Yeah, below me.
Okay.
Not in
Well,
the stair. I will not stay in the stairway.
okay. Well,
They can hear me in
as
any way.
you start heading down the stairs, the footsteps speed up, and as they turn around the corner, you see this very large gargoyle wearing sort of a very weird, oversized Jamaican T-shirt, and these sort of purple round glasses. Sort of gives you a hippie vibe. It looks straight at you, and I need you to roll me perception and empathy. Your specialty in perception applies. And as you see this guy look at you, you hear footsteps from the floor below you coming up the stairs.
3 successes.
Okay. So, with 3 successes, the look in his face is one of surprise, as if he didn't expect to see what he's seeing. It's hard to tell what his emotions are other than that. What do you do?
What do you want?
The gargoyle sort of still seems to be somewhat surprised, takes a couple of steps back, and as you see another gargoyle make its way past him, he sort of stops it and says, "Holy shit, you're alive."
big surprise.
You don't remember.
What?
Shit, you really don't remember. Hey, hold up. And you hear the steps that are coming up the stairs stop. So you genuinely don't remember who I am.
For the sake of God, speak!
Okay. Name's Larry. And I got you out of Strauss's tower. You really don't remember any of that.
Perception, empathy. Perception, empathy. I
Go
don't
on.
believe him. I don't believe.
I'll roll
this
for him
perception.
if he
No!
is hiding anything.
It's 0. If he does a bot, then I succeed.
You got 0 successes?
Yes.
Okay. You can't tell if he's telling the truth or not, so to you it basically looks more or less like he's telling the truth.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. We armed an entire plan to get you out.
Why not you then?
What?
Why didn't you want to escape his service?
I did. Why do you think we came back for you? You really don't remember who I am?
Came back for me.
Yeah. What, you think you're the only gargoyle Strauss ever had?
Why did you leave me then?
Because escaping Strauss is not a small task. Look, we came back to get you. I managed to push you out the window. But when we did, I mean, we were both falling out and something happened. I don't know what. I just know that you didn't, as far as I could tell, you didn't make it. You fell all the way to ground level, hit the floor, and that was the last I saw of you. I had to fly away, otherwise I would have been caught by Strauss again. For all I knew, you were dead. You genuinely don't remember any of this.
Yeah, I will frown. Look at him. Very fucking contrastformally in his eyes.
Look, how can I prove this?
What are you doing here?
We came back here to check on the information that might have been left behind. I mean, we did take out this place for a reason.
It was you?
Yeah. What, you think
And
a group of gargoyles would be hanging around just for shits and giggles?
And, were you all of Strauss?
Not all of us, me personally. But seriously, you
And
don't remember
why-
anything. Like anything at all.
The one in the basement?
He's with us. Did you kill him? I mean, I felt his
No.
presence, so I would assume you didn't.
He...
Yeah, now Larry just straight up looks guilty.
Oh,
Bobby, check down the stairs, get our man up. and you hear the footsteps below you start heading downstairs.
He
The
might be missing another wing.
the gargoyle next to this guy basically looks to him and says, Larry, are you sure? Are you sure we can trust this guy? He's been along for how long? We don't know where he's been. Maybe Strauss has him again. Maybe he's here to off all of us. We should just kill him. And Larry seems to look to the guy, then back to you, and says, where have you been the past few months? Almost a year by now.
Since we escaped,
Oh, yeah.
I... It's a long story, but genuinely speaking, the Sabbat has found me.
When you say that, the guy sort of frowns and his neck sort of straightens. And he says, well, you're still alive. I'm assuming...
An ally to them now.
I see. Well, if that's the case, then I advise you go back to your allies, and we don't speak again.
Wait. Are you for real?
Well, I came up with all of this shit just to lie to your face and get you to trust me, and then send you away with the knowledge of my face and my existence?
I did not know any of that. I thought I was the sole survivor.
Yeah, I got that. Are you... Look, if you're with the Sabbat now, we can't really trust each other. Okay?
I know, but I am in no loyalty to them.
Sorry, one moment.
Yes.
Apologies. Proceed.
I am no loyal to them. If that's what you're asking.
Not loyal.
I didn't know
You expect me to believe that?
I did not know I had an option. I did not know about you, and they were the only ones that I had the most chances of surviving with. I couldn't go back to Strauss. I forgot everything. I forgot my own name.
No, what's your name?
Larry.
He sort of raises his eyebrows and looks to the guy next to him, and the guy next to him just goes. He looks back. Oh, there's gonna be some confusion here.
You can name me Amadeus, I guess.
Works for us. Amadeus. For your information, I'm Larry, one of the leaders of the Resistance. We are the only gargoyles in LA that do not serve Clan Tremere. Most of us don't really remember our lives before we became gargoyles, but we fight Strauss at every turn. You are the first gargoyle that has appeared in LA that does not serve Strauss or joined us, and by the sounds of it, you've decided what your loyalties are. We won't come after you. We ask that you politely leave so this situation does not escalate.
I understand your concerns. You cannot trust me because complexity of my situation, but if I cannot join you, I would want to at least support a contact with you. I don't. I thought I was the only one, and I had nobody who would understand me.
All right. Tell you what. Trust is hard to come by for us. I'm sure you know. So, here's what I propose. I'm going to give you a phone number. We can start slowly working to get some trust going between us. That said, while you're with the cultists, you're not with us. Is that clear?
Yes.
Good. He sort of looks around. The gargoyle next to him still eyes you with quite a bit of distrust. This sort of mangled face with a bunch of spikes coming off of it. Meanwhile, Larry seems to look around. He reaches towards one of the desks, takes a bunch of post-it notes and a small pen. He starts trying to write and then just goes, "Damn it. The fuck am I doing?" And then as he writes something, rips the post-it note and folds it and tosses it down the stairs. It falls on the ground near you. So, you're going to take that sheet of paper and you're going to make your way out of the building, and we're going to pretend we never saw each other. Okay?
Larry just awkwardly stands around, folding and unfolding his wings, then raises his eyes to meet another Larry's eyes.
Larry sort of
Nods.
does a...
I nod. Notice that my mouth is partially open. Close it. Take the note and
It was nice meeting you.
Usually is. Now, you mind going against that wall? Sort of a mutual trust thing, right?
Yes. Again, send my apologies to your fellow. I fucked him up.
Yeah, we kind of gathered that. I'm assuming he's still alive, since I haven't heard Bobby give the order to kill you. So, yeah. Back away into that wall and we'll go our separate ways.
Indeed. Goodbye.
And as you back away into the wall, he sort of whistles, and up comes this very brutish looking gargoyle with a bunch of scars all over his face and chest. And in his massive arms over his back is the guy you knocked into torpor. And he's just carrying him up the stairs, and he sort of gives you this fucking hateful stare as he passes by you. Walks up, and Larry pats him on the back and says, as he turns to you, "Ciao." And they turn and go up the stairs. Eventually you hear the door to the rooftop open and close.
I will, as soon as I'm out of the building, I will just fly up carefully to see that I'm not approaching them, and fly to the safe house.
No, I assume you stop by the sewers to get your stuff back. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I assume you make it back to the safe house. And that is where we will leave Larry's side of the story. We will take a very short break and we will
Very
be
fucking
back.
confused, Larry.
We will be back very soon. See you guys in a bit.